It's just 4 weeks since the tragic death of the actor Richard Beckinsale, who died of a heart attack at his home in Berkshire on the 19th of March. His death came as a shock to all who knew him. He was a frugal drinker who didn't smoke, and he was only 31. Richard was perhaps best known as Godber, Ronnie Barker's cellmate, in the BBC series Porridge. On Thursday, as a special tribute, one episode of the series is to be repeated on BBC One.
There it is, the magical partnership of Barker and Beckinsale. Well, ever since Richard Beckinsale's untimely death, his wife Judy has had hundreds and hundreds of letters and actually rang us up, Judy, to see if you could come on the programme and respond. What particularly was in the letters that made you do that?
Well, several things. One of the things, I think, was the fact that people have associated very personally with this, that they've reacted not in terms of a television personality, but as Richard being a part of their family. And the intensity of people's feeling and the depth of their involvement has been really quite astounding.
They felt they knew him very well, did they?
Yes, they did. Dick Clement wrote me a very nice letter, who wrote Porridge, as you know, and said that what has come over through a lot of people's reactions and letters is that people got him right. Instead of seeing a screen image that wasn't necessarily him, in fact, through that screen image has come an awful lot of the essence of Richard himself. And people, as I say, got him right.
Of course, what shocked everybody was the fact that he died so young. Now, did people want to help particularly because of that?
I think this was the shock value, the fact that it did rock people, inevitably. I think they wanted to help because they felt involved, merely. I think it's obviously frightened a lot of people, and a lot of people are now discussing heart disease who weren't before, people of that age.
And how do you think you can help now? What do you really want to say to people?
Well, basically, I mean, why I did ring you in the first place was that a lot of people have, because they felt so deeply involved, have wanted to make some sort of tribute or contribution, whatever. And it seemed to me that the most appropriate thing, bearing in mind the extent of the response, was to send a donation, if people so wish, to the British Heart Foundation, which is an excellent charity, and they need money to research the diagnosis and prevention and the treatment of all the various heart diseases.
Well, Judy, thank you very much indeed for calling in to see us. We did ring the British Heart Foundation this morning, and they tell us that a great many more people these days seem to be suffering and dying from heart disease at an earlier age.